A pleasant good evening, everyone. I'm Ken McNatt. That's the MOV weather, and this is your evening briefing for Tuesday, March 10th, 2026. A very warm night coming up tonight with lows only in the lower to middle 60s. It's going to be a bit humid out there as well. Showers and storms possible, especially after midnight and more toward 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. Going to take a look at the HRRR model now from 5 a.m. on. And there will be waves of showers and storms throughout the day. The environment might be good enough to where it can overcome earlier rain and storms, earlier convection. So we'll have to wait and see. But this loop here goes from 5 in the morning to 10 at night. Time is in the upper right. But just wave after wave of showers and storms are possible tomorrow. There's 10 o'clock again. The outlook by the Storm Prediction Center, they have increased the wind probability to 30%. That is from 8 a.m. tomorrow till 8 a.m. on Thursday. But again, most of that will be about 8 a.m. tomorrow through about 10 p.m. tomorrow. So that used to be an enhanced risk. They changed that. A 30% wind probability without a conditional intensity group is now a slight once again. If those of you who remember the 3 categories when there was only slight, moderate, and high, might remember that 15% and 30% winds were both in slight. And when they split up slight and enhanced, part of the reason for that specifically was to separate the 15 and 30% wind probabilities. But between them now forecasting intensity and them rethinking wind probabilities in general, because they added a 75% and a 90% wind probability, they put 30% wind without a conditional intensity back with slight. So it's a high slight, but it's still slight. 5% hail, that means 5% chance of seeing a large hail report within 25 miles. Less than 2-inch diameter expected. As for the wind, going back real quick, 30% chance of seeing a damaging wind report within 25 miles. And those wind reports should all be 74 miles per hour or less. And then a 5% tornado risk with a 1 conditional intensity group ranking, which means that there's a 5% chance of seeing a tornado within 25 miles. And that tornado could be up to EF2. Doesn't have to be. It's not a guarantee. I mean, 5% is already very low risk, but that tends to be the upper risk for the Mid-Ohio Valley. Occasionally, like once or twice a year, we get up to 10. But 5 is usually tops. And 2 is usually enough to pay attention. So we will be watching that like a hawk all night. Because that first wave that comes in could be sneaky with its severe risk. It depends on how everything plays out tonight to our west and our southwest. Chances are, when I post this, I'll probably be getting some shut-eyes, so that way I get up at about midnight and I am analyzing the storm risk one last time and preparing you for what's ahead. There'll probably be I'm not sure if it's evening or morning briefing tonight. We'll see about that, but that sounds good. But stay tuned for that. Looking at your tonight and 3 more, cloudy with showers and storms overnight, lows in the lower to middle 60s. Tomorrow, variably cloudy, showers and storms, upper 70s to near 80. Southwest wind 15 to 25 miles per hour, gusts to 40. The wind will be the story, part of the story anyway, for the next 3 days. Thursday morning, mid to upper 30s, rain perhaps ending in some snow before skies clear during the day on Thursday with highs in the middle to upper 40s. That's a northwest wind of 10 to 20, gusting to 30 at times. Friday, in the morning, low 30s, partly cloudy, then turning mostly cloudy during the day on Friday with highs near 60, with The southwest wind, again 15 to 25 miles per hour, gusting to 35. But that should start calming down toward Friday evening and Friday night. Saturday morning, cloudy, lows in the mid 30s. And then Saturday, with a light and variable wind, mostly sunny skies, highs in the lower 60s, which is still about 8 to 10 degrees above average. For now, this is Ken McNatt wishing you a great evening, and remember to remain weather aware.